I had not to be excited for such adventure. I've traveled this place long ago. I've traveled realms we haven't even dreamed of.
You know, normally I would not be into this kind of thing, but his playthroughs did help me break 1 million followers, so he'd be nothing without me.
We are the hosts of the 2023 Drama Ceremony, and don't even worry, because we're picking up Erin from school on the way. Look, she's over there. Leo? We told you Matthew's not supposed to be up there.
Yeah, he totally got kicked from the trip. Yeah, we're not giving that loser any more chances.
So last road trip he stole the car and got caught doing donuts in Casper's lawn and almost got us all sent to jail. And last summer he euthanized our cat Uncle Elizabeth in the kitchen.
Yeah, and he totally ruined my Instagram post when we were in Moscow when he set all those like communist farm animals loose. I spent 4 hours retouching the photo and there was still food all over my face.
But no one has traveled so far in a span of an hour. Yes, that's good. Well, we should get going, shall we?
Yes, we should.
All right, here we go.
Change your luck. He's right.
Come on, let's get packing. I'm grabbing my hat and coat.
I'm leaving the cat a note.
We're calling a ferry boat, getting out of town.
Sorry I couldn't take you anyplace fancier, but the old purse strings are a bit frayed at the moment.
You know a guy named Pat Denning?
Oh, yeah.
We got a message for him. He better lay off this rock game, or it's gonna be too bad for him. Get it?
All right, I'll tell him.
Yeah? This is so as you don't forget.
Pat!
Friends with good advice. You with the company?
Yeah.
I'd like to leave a message for Miss Dorothy Brock. Tell her that Pat Denning has joined a stock company in Philadelphia and will be gone at least 6 months, with no forwarding address.
I'm shining my traveling shoes. Big scoop in the Daily News. Who's saying it's Toodaloo's getting out of town?
I'm sorry, but I don't want to go to Philadelphia. My contract says I must play out of town in Atlantic City.
A note for you, Miss Brock. A fella left it last night.
But Dorothy, why don't you want to go to Philadelphia?
Who says I don't want to go to Philadelphia? I want to go to Philadelphia. My contract says I must play out of town in Philadelphia.
It's bye-bye, going bye-bye, and we're shouting hurrah. We're spreading 'cause we're heading for hot cha-cha-cha, hot cha-cha-cha. Some united company is just magnetizing me. I come loose and dancing free. Yeah. Get it out. Yeah.
looking minivan.
Aaron, it is so good to see you again.
Oh, no, I'm okay. That's fine. Okay.
What's the matter? Have you been stricken with the plague? Oh, don't worry, I have the remedy just for you. Yes, this blade will extract you on the straight from your veins.
No. What was that?
Come from your suitcase?
No, I can't. Can't, right? Right?
Oh, God.
Oh my.
Oh my God. Fresh air has never tasted so sweet.
No. I am not doing that. I'm not doing that.
There goes the future mother of my children.
Matt. Ew.
Aaron, please stay. I understand you don't want Matthew here, but I spent a lot of time planning this road trip, and it's our last time to commemorate all that the seniors did while they were here. So, if not for us, do it for them.
You showed us the way, and now today you're on the other side. We're nothing without you. Without your jokes and your wits, we wouldn't have had any fun. We're nothing without you. And we hope it's true that you're nothing too without us.
Fine. I'll come.
We finally made it to the Evergreen Inn.
So this is the fabled Evergreen Inn, huh?
I guess.
Lady's been told this place to be great, but it hasn't been seen in centuries. But I still see their footsteps. Yes, this place hasn't been touched since the winter of 2020.
Oh, wait. Didn't like a couple of European princes like die here or something?
I wouldn't be surprised. This place smells like corpses.
Wait, princess? Wait, let me get a Ouija board to talk to their dark souls. Yeah. Always bring protection.
Okay. You know what? Actually, this is fine. My followers have been begging for me to do a photo shoot with some dead European princes, so this is perfect.
I better make sure they don't go die or anything.
do, actually. I think I'm just going to, yep, you're gonna go under there, and I'll give you a little reminder, too. Stay away from me, you are cursed.
What the why?
He never learns. Okay, well, get to sleep.
Quote the raven, nevermore. Quote the raven, nevermore. Quote the raven, nevermore. Quote the raven, nevermore. Kiss the man. Quote the raven, nevermore. Quote the raven, nevermore. Quote the raven. Kiss the man, nevermore. Quote the raven, nevermore. Kiss the
Oh, who has my axe?
I just had the greatest dream of all time.
We heard screaming.
Who has my axe? That's my axe. This is my favorite axe. It's okay, buddy.
Well, since tensions are high right now, I think the best idea is to tightly pack back into the car and keep going.
Yes, to the land of much ado. I've heard legends that tell this place to be lined with gold, and the native people have a ritualistic dance of the fox. I can almost hear it now.
No. I will be ruined if my fans hear about this. I am not getting canceled like the BHS production of Much Ado About Nothing that is not happening.
Good. Just as long as you don't get risked, like, into some fox cult or something.
Can we, like, at least, like, watch a movie in the car on the way there?
No, because you've already watched that movie like 6 times, and every time you do, it makes you bawl like a blubbering baby.
But it's like my favorite movie ever. It's so good and I love it so much. So can we just please watch it?
What's this movie even called?
We don't know. He found an unmarked disc in a suspicious envelope, and I believe it holds the secrets of the universe as we know it.
Yeah.
So one funny story that I have about Abe is that he's constantly late. That's not funny, that's the truth. And he is late to school a lot. To the point where in first semester, me, Rachel, and Abe had a class together first block, and we had a class together second semester. So all year we've been together for first block. And it's gotten to the point where me and Rachel will make bets with the teacher on what time Abe will get to school. And I haven't made any money yet, but I think that I'm really close because I'm getting pretty good at it.
So this story is a story that Abe already told, but I'm telling it again. And it comes from Animal Farm, which is from our junior year, which was one of our favorite shows, or at least one of my favorite shows. And this was in the early stages of Abe and I, and we were about to go on. We were always the last two that would come on and make our entrance. And I gave him a kiss on the cheek for good luck, and that was the first time I ever did that, so.
Abe, man, you are my bro. Literally, I could do anything with you. The best memory I have with you, it's kind of a sad one, but it's the best memory I have. It is waiting for the cast list for Pride and Prejudice. Me and you were so worried at the time, and we were just really freaking out. But then we were there for each other. We had a really good conversation, and you ended up getting a role. That was amazing, dude, and I'm so proud of everything that you have done. I love you, man.
Elena is always an incredible light and joy to whatever space she's in. I remember, this is a classic Elena memory for, I'm sure, multiple BSF members, but a couple years ago, I think maybe it was our junior year, we were playing Honey, I Love You, and Elena goes in the middle and she says, Honey, are you the Pope? And we all died laughing, and we still reference it all the time, whenever Elena is in the middle of that game especially, but, so Elena, thank you for bringing joy and light wherever you go, and continue to bring it next year. I know you will.
It's been so much fun getting closer with you over this year and being a TA for your video class. I loved being in that commercial for you. It was so fun. I just love spending time with you. I love doing improv scenes with you. You were so funny and you just light up like every room you're in, like with your smile and your sense of humor. You're awesome.
I had so much fun being in improv with you and being in Animal Farm. You are so beyond talented. You're always just such a bright light whenever we're at rehearsals, and you're just so brilliant in improv. I'd love to see you shine, and I cannot wait to see what you do in the future.
Ashlyn, you are so fun. You're just like a little ball of energy. There's one time we were backstage during 42nd Street, and I challenged you to fight me, and you kicked me in the shins really hard, and I still have the mark.
Hi, Ashlyn. I love you so much, and my favorite memory of us is before a touring show. I think it was the one in January. We were cleaning out like all the bathrooms and making sure everything was like all organized and stuff, and we went into one of the boys' bathrooms to make sure everything was in order, and there was no sink. Someone just like took the head of the sink, and it was just really funny and a really fun moment for us. But I love you, and I can't wait to see what you do at Lawrence, and in the future you are so talented, and I can't wait to see you continue to do what you love.
Hi, Ashlyn. So I remember way back when I first started doing theater here, so this was during Animal Farm. I first met you when it was like the first like week of Animal Farm, I think. I was so scared because I didn't know anyone, because it was my first time in high school. I was like, I don't know any of these people, but I remember I was so intimidated by the upperclassmen and by you specifically, because I remember I saw you and I was like, whoa, that girl is so cool. Like her hair and like the way she dresses, like, oh my gosh, how the heck am I supposed to talk to her? But you answered that for me, because I remember you started talking to me and the other underclassmen, and I just remember I was so happy that an upperclassman was talking to me, and you're just so sweet and nice, and yeah, you're the best. There was one day when Chloe and I went to Goodwill together, but we wanted to go to St. Charles Goodwill. And then we didn't actually know how to get home, so I was like, oh, just tell the map to get me onto Randall Road, because then I'll know how to get home from there. And then she got me onto Randall Road, and I turned right, and then we went right on Randall Road, and we kept going for about 20 minutes until we realized we were in Elgin. And so thank you, Chloe, for being the best navigator I've ever had.
Chloe, I'm so grateful that you've been in my life all these years. I can't believe that we started out in dance together in like 3rd grade, and now we're graduating together. I love that we've been united over our enjoyment of dance, and that's kind of how we came back together in high school. I've loved doing 42nd Street with you. I loved how that brought us closer, and just every rehearsal was just so fun. I had such a blast every single time just dancing with you and knowing that we were doing it together. I love you so much, and I'm so excited to see all the cool things you do in the future. You are one of my best friends, and you are just so special to me. We know each other so well. I always know what you're thinking, and you always know what I'm thinking. It's sometimes scary, but you are just so amazing. We have had a lot of classes this year, and I would not have been able to get through them without you. Choir together was so fun because we would always just burst out laughing no matter what. And yeah, you're my purple person, and you know what that means, and you're just great.
Clara, Murder on the Rerun was so fun. I'm a great kisser. I know you know that. Thanks for acknowledging that. And it was honestly really enjoyable to be your onstage husband. Well, not husband, I kind of cheated on my wife with you, but you know what? I wouldn't have done it with anyone else. I'm really, really thankful to be in the program with you.
I think one of my favorite memories with you, we were actually talking about this last night, but my favorite memory was when I accidentally hit you one time and you act like I had just stabbed you in the back 7 times and then just let you bleed out on the ground. Your reaction is one of my favorites that I've ever seen. But I just love you so much, and you are the sunshine in my day. Every single day I walk into class each day, and I just want to thank you for being one of my best friends.
I've known you all my life. You've known me my whole life because you were alive when I was born. I've been to every choir performance, play musical that I could go to, not just because Mom forced me, because I wanted to go, because you're awesome. It's kind of unbelievable how much you've grown as a singer and an actor. I hope you keep doing it because you are amazing.
Hi, Fleur. You are really one of the reasons I continue to do crew for the musical, especially. I just love seeing that side, and you helped me, you showed me that side of theater I never really thought was interesting. You are the reason why I am continuing doing this for futures to begin with, and I hope you continue doing great things in the future as well.
Hi Blair, you are so funny. You can make me laugh literally any day, anytime, any day. And I just had so much fun working with you on just all the productions like last year, and you're just such a light and so like just wise. You're always great at advice and everything like that, and I'm so proud of you and I can't wait to see what you do. I love you so much.
Gemma, you are just one of like my favorite people ever. I loved Animal Farm with you. It was like when we really started getting close, and it was just a lot of fun whenever we would like go on drives places and we went out for ice cream all the time. And it was just really fun backstage and doing character work where we realized stuff about our characters. And then Casper was like, guys, I think like Squealer and Napoleon might be like a thing, and we were like, Casburn, that's how we've been playing it. And that was just really funny, and you're such a great friend.
Hi Gemma, my favorite memory of us is after junior year of high school, after all the arrangements where we could get agreed and just drive around and talk about life, and it was so amazing and it made us so much closer, and I'm just so appreciative for our friendship throughout these like 2.5 years, and I just can't wait to see what you do in the future. I know it's going to be amazing things, and I love you so much.
Gemma, I remember the time we were backstage at 42nd Street before the show actually started, and you tried that cast on for the first time, and we were trying to get it off, and it sounded like, because our mics were on, it sounded like you were giving birth backstage. That was great. I really enjoyed that. But that was like the first time we interacted since elementary school, since you were at my zoo birthday party when I was like 8. Ever since then, we've connected so well, and I really enjoy being around you, and I'm really excited to see what you do next.
So Joey was my very first ever stage kiss, and I remember it very vividly because Joey didn't actually pucker his lips. He just put his mouth. He didn't do anything with his mouth at all, and it was really special.
Joey, my man, without a doubt, gotta be one of my favorite YouTubers. I mean, coming to you advice for film, talking about horror games, messing around with you and Matt and Mitch like backstage. It has never not been stupidly fun. So I've always appreciated that, and I wish you the best of luck with your channel. Although the truth is, you should have pushed a little harder.
I remember when, during Pride and Prejudice, when we were first learning to do the waltz, when the instructor told us to go side to side, we decided that side to side meant we're both facing the same way. So we ended up tangoing for like half the time until Haley and Matthew taught us that we're not supposed to do that. So I just think that's really funny that we decided to be stupid like that. But Pride and Prejudice overall was just so much fun with you, and I'm so happy that we were able to work together, and you're the best.
Josue, one thing that I will always remember about you is your bowel problems. Every day last year, you would come to my car because we had to get up so early because we didn't have parking spots yet. But you would come to my car and you would just always complain about how much you had to poop. And I swear my passenger seat will never be the same because your farts I think they ruined it forever. But that being said, you are always and forever going to be my best friend, and I can't believe I'm not going to perform with you in the near future, but I love you so much.
Josue, you are so funny and kind and
Oh my goodness, I can't stop thinking about 42nd Street. 42nd Street. You're making me laugh right now just thinking about it. I messed up my words because of you. 42nd Street. Oh my goodness. Well, I wasn't doing the opening number. You were. And you fell and hit your knee, but then got right back up again and just kept going like nothing had happened. And it was so funny. And now we will forever have the bit, drop and make it bounce like Josue. So thank you for making me laugh.
We've known each other for so long, but I feel like we never have been like super close, but I definitely think like some of my favorite times with you are whenever you would come down when I was in indie study, and not theater arts, but like for video production, and you were working on your Hispanic Scholarship Fund essay, and you were working so hard, and I'm like, Josue, I'll edit it for you. And you were like, okay, thank you, Raven, and you went to the bathroom. And you know, I think we all learned about your life as a Mexican and all your struggles, and that was just a really fun day with you. So Katie Preble is, I think, officially my oldest friend, and I couldn't be more grateful for her to that. But one of my favorite memories of Katie is when we would choreograph dances together in dance gym, because not only did I just have so much fun with her, but also it taught me a lot about myself and how I work creatively and how fun it was for me to work creatively with people who are similar to me in that way. So thank you for that, Katie.
Katie, thank you for dealing with the wheelchair with me. I know it was crazy, and it was the worst wheelchair that has ever existed, and the wheel would constantly fall apart, and then you rolled over a piece of the wheelchair on stage, and the wheelchair almost tipped over, but I wouldn't have wanted to go through that with anyone else but you.
Maddie, you are one of my best friends. You are so goofy and so silly, but also so like genuine with what you want and just as who you are as a person. I remember when the night that you were like, hey, you want to go out for ice cream and just talk? And I didn't suspect anything, but it was actually like you were distracting me because I was going to get like proposed to, and I had no idea, and I was so genuinely like surprised because I just love talking to you. I was like, yeah, I want to talk to Maddie.
How was that?
Maddie has the ability to just talk and keep talking, and I feel like the first time I realized that was in improv in a rehearsal where she had to do Survivor, which is where we like cut down people from a scene until one person has to do the whole scene by themselves, and Maddie just crushed it because she is so used to just saying as many words as will fit out of her mouth. Maddie, we have gotten really close this year, and I just love doing like really weird things with you. Like one of my favorite memories is planning the whole bit party. Like that was just so much fun. Not even just like doing the party, but like planning it out. Like you were the only person who would like purposely try to plan that like weird thing with me, like printing out random old Instagram photos and like finding like weird stuff and like the Bachelorette sash. Like I just thought that was like something that most people wouldn't do, but you're just like the same amount of weird. So it was very fun. So Brandon and I have done theater together for 4 years, and one of my earliest and best memories of Brandon and I was during Mamma Mia. And we were so excited because we got our very own cross. We crossed the stage and we sat at the edge of the stage and we just like gabbed like the girls that we were, and we were so excited because it was our big moment. And Miranda, I'm happy that I've gotten to have more moments just like that with you.
My favorite memory I have with you was last year when there was like some sort of ice storm or something, and we were walking to our cars in the parking lot, and you completely wiped out on the sidewalk after making fun of me for slipping a little bit before. That's just something that I can always look back at and laugh about. And just thank you for being my best friend, my number one for the past 7 years. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see where you go in the future, and I know you're going to do great things.
Miranda, I have just loved growing up in high school theater with you. I think it's so special that we got to start with Mamma Mia, both being in the dancing ensemble, and then we got to end with 42nd Street, where both of our characters were best friends and loved to dance together. And doing Go Into Your Dance together was so much fun. I just love working with you, and I just love being your friend. I'm so glad that we got to do all these shows together.
Rachel, I award you the Most Akin to Their Character Award, of course, for being SpongeBob. You're really, really positive, and I just admire how you're able to do that for a lot of people. In improv, when I was sort of struggling with feeling like I didn't really belong or that I wasn't as good as other people, you always made me feel like I was welcome and that I was a part of what was going on, and that just really, really helped me when I was feeling very uncertain. So thank you for being that voice for a lot of people, including me.
I'm so glad to have known you since 6th or 7th grade, and we've been through a lot of stuff together. Especially I remember when we made that Video Star video together where we did the whole video to Wannabe by the Spice Girls, and I don't know why we're not famous for that yet. So just thank you for all of the fun times throughout all the years, and I'll really miss you next year.
Rachel and Chloe, I cannot believe how far we've come since babies in Mamma Mia in the Village Ensemble. I remember how scared I was going into that because we were the only underclassmen girls, but we just got so close over the years, and ending up in 42nd Street with you guys and being able to perform as a group again and seeing how far we've come was incredible. And I just remember how sweet both of you were to me and how you were so welcoming and how we've just grown together throughout the years. And I'm so proud of both of you. I love you.
Raven, I remember when it was my freshman year, I asked you for a ride home, and when I was getting that ride home, it was just normal conversation, and then once we got to my house, we just stayed in my driveway for like an hour and just had like just random conversations, and it was just super personable, just talking about like how we think like the next shows are gonna go, like our future for the drama program. It was just super nice.
Murder on the Rerun, Raven, was so fun with you. I enjoyed being also your onstage affair with a certain somebody, and having the kiss marks on my cheek every time I came downstairs, every time. That was ridiculous, having those when I walked down here and the audience laugh at that. But it was just an honor working with you, and I'm really excited to go to the Oscars with you and just have a Raven sweep.
So Raven, I don't know if you remember this, but us discovering you lived a few blocks away from my best friend still makes me giggle whenever I think about it. I just remember you stopped by when we were having a bonfire, and you just swiped up one of the brownies that I had made and left. I mean, you made like some idle chit chat, but you just took a brownie. But regardless, you're just a really weird and funny person, and I mean that in the best of ways, and I hope wherever this world takes you, that you...
Hi, Ronnie. So we have known each other for a really long time, since elementary school when we did Law and Order, nursery rhyme, and fairy tale units at Vera Voce. And it was just a crazy time, and thank you for taking care of me when I cut my head open on a light. I really appreciate that.
Ronnie, you've always been so nice to me, and we knew each other before I even started going to the school, and doing the lightning thief with you, that was a lot of fun. And I'll always remember just you being so dramatic, but in a good way during the show. And everything we've done at school has just been a lot of fun, so thank you.
TJ, I just remember during SpongeBob specifically, you would just come up with the funniest nicknames for me at rehearsals, and sometimes those were really long or could be just very taxing, but you just always made each rehearsal super fun and energetic, and I'm so appreciative towards you for that. I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you.
TJ and Ashlyn were the ones that really stuck out to me, because those were the two that really got me to join the drama program. TJ was the one who helped out with the musical in 8th grade and really taught me how acting and how to act. And Ashlyn, I knew before I even joined the drama program. She went to my church and she inspired me to do some sort of drama at the high school. They both made it sound so fun, really encouraged me to join. So I'd just like to personally thank them, and they were really great to me. Thanks.
TJ, you're one of my best guy friends. I'm so glad I can do theater with you all these years. One memory that sticks out to me is junior year. It was probably one of the lowest points in my life. I remember I had posted something that made some people worried about me, and you were one of the first people to reach out to me and text me and make sure everything was okay. And I'm just so glad that you were there for me. You're a really fun guy, but you're also really caring, and I'm so glad to have you as a friend.
I get it. The video is supposed to remind us to enjoy the time left we have with the seniors before they leave. And then we can truly reach enlightenment.
Oh, maybe this trip wasn't a waste of time after all.
Why do they have to leave?
Well, we're behind schedule, so I think we need to get going.
Now we just got to Greece. I need to tan.
This is not fair. It's so cruel.
Matthew, suck it up.
I just don't know what I'm gonna do without them. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you guys. Boo-hoo, we don't want you leaving. 4 years was all we get, full of memories and regrets. Boo-hoo, you'll be off the college, we'll be playing bass, forever missing you will stay.
Just go home. But wait, we're in Greece. How did we get across the river in the first place?
Yeah, that's
best not to ask questions.
That's the problem with taking a road trip to Greece, is you gotta cross the ocean.
Wait, you guys. I know what we should do on our way back. We should stop in Bikini Bottom.
Oh my God, did someone say Bikini Bottom? I got the top, but I need the bottom still.
Take that off. Let's just go home.
Hello? Hello? I need to use your bathroom. Who was that?
What happened?
Someone got hurt. Nonsense, darling. That was acting. No, it was real.
It came from down here.
Something about Jade, that's all.
I'm scared.
It's alright, Jade. Where the hell?
Jade's alright. She's probably just getting her gas.
Jade? The lights
Jade,
are
are you alright?
here somewhere. I found the lights. Where's Jade?
Did you at least use the bathroom? Oh my God.
It's the cops! No, it's worse. It's Lightning McCaspar!
Okay, here we go. Focus. Casper. I am Casper. going to lead 42 ensemble theater kids. I eat theater kids for breakfast. Breakfast. Maybe I should have had breakfast. A little brekkie could be good for me. No, stay focused. Casburn. Cassier than Cass. Burnier than Burn. I am Casburn.
Hello, everyone. Has there been any suspicious activity at the Batavia Fine Arts Center? If you couldn't tell by the badge, it's weirdly high on my shirt. I'm the law around these parts. Unfortunately for you, Katero couldn't make it tonight. So I'm the man in charge. And now I have to give a meaningful speech. That's the entrance I had. Wow. Oscar's here. We had a good year. I mean, talk about a rebound after all the stuff that we went through with the pandemic and the masks and all that and the movies. I mean, real theater, all 3 shows, and no masks. And special 42nd Street, oh my gosh. Murder in the Rerun, hilarious fun, Pride and Prejudice, British accents. I mean, everybody loves Britain these days, I hear. No, but in all seriousness, it's like, there's so much to be proud of. It's like, we did this, but now what's next? I was at a graduation the other day. They talked about commencement. Like, maybe you've heard this before. I thought it was a cool fact that, I'm thinking about when you commence on something, it's actually a beginning instead of an end, which I thought was kind of a neat way to think about it. But I've been thinking a lot as we prepare for this ceremony, and I know it's really hard to take me seriously in this costume and music, about the year and about the 4 years and about my relationship with each of you and your relationship with each other and how you become who you become. I think about the theater, I think this, right? You heard it, right? You watched me do it. Let's try it again. You remember it? Okay? You experienced it. I performed it. I'm not gonna do it again. Did it sound like a tune to you? Maybe just a bunch of snaps? You'll have to use your memory to think about what you heard. You'll have to use your imagination. You'll have to decide for yourself. The show's over. It's gone, like the theater. Ephemeral, lights briefly flashing, noise, and then quiet. Because the theater is unique. It's about moments. No canvas. And we could just paint and then look at it whenever we want to have that experience again. We want to laugh? Maybe we just stream Toy Story on Disney to watch a movie. We want to cry? Maybe we just stream Toy Story 3 on Disney. If we wrote the Great American Song, we could listen to our recording of it. If I wrote a great novel or a poem, I could mail it to you and we could be connected in that way. You take the novel, you pick it up, you read some of it, you finish it later. Time is the element here. But what we experience here, does it stay here? Does it stay in this area, or do we take it with us? Like, where is Where's our art? What's left of it afterwards? The difference is that it exists in a moment. It exists in time. The great playwright, Tennessee Williams, at the end of Glass Menagerie, writes, "Time is the longest distance between two places." We can build an entire kingdom over here. You can fill in with your mind the forest that we want you to imagine. A dance hall, a train, the streets of New York, two shadows chasing each other across the frozen ice of North Pole. Armies could be clashing. Where are they now? A farm, a ski lodge in Vermont, the bottom of the ocean where sponges talk. Those were all here, could be here, for a time. Quotes again, here's fancy quote time. At the beginning of Henry V, Shakespeare's narrator openly asks the audience to let us on your imaginary forces work. Think when we talk of horses that you see them, printing their proud hooves in the receiving earth. For, he says, 'tis your thoughts that must deck our kings, carry them here and there, jumping o'er times, turning the accomplishments of many years into an hourglass. Time. That's what we're here tonight to do. Turn the accomplishments of many years into an hourglass. The students have left my classroom. The girls aren't sitting in the red room anymore. Nothing remains in the courtyard that would let you know that Animal Farm ever took place, except for that one little spot where we spilled some paint, and then we tried to clean it with like a power washer, and now it's the only clean spot on all the bricks. You can see that. We left our mark. But other than that, one would never know. Because of this element, time mixed together with memory, the theater, to me, is the most like real life. It's the most like reality, even though it's literally staged for us. And we go in knowing it's fake, but it's real because it's happening now, and those are real people in front of me doing that real thing. And I'm experiencing that. I had that connection, and then I just like real life. Like that one funny thing at lunch, or like the things you guys mentioned in the tribute. I can't relive that. But what's left after a great show or musical? What's left for the audience, the actor, the crew, the director? For lack of a better term, I think we should just call it residue. Sounds kind of gross, actually, but we're going to call it residue. The way the picture of a show, for instance, you see a picture of a show and it can spark a memory. You were in that show. You saw that person. It's not the show itself. You can't recreate it with a picture, and you really can't recreate it with a video. It doesn't work. It's not the show itself. It can't be. It's not like being there. But it's still there, like seniors, maybe someone at school or work next to you says something that reminds you of one of the lines of the play you were in. This house is falling apart. Or 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Or years from now, the topic will come up, and you'll be able to show off at a party that you know a little bit of tap, too. Look, I can still do that one step. Residue. Maddie Baja worked on our imaginary forces. Maddie Baja, everybody. As back-to-back Janes. But it's really her energy and resourcefulness that I want to talk about. She made such a mark on BHS as a student leader. She changed, and BHS will never be the same. I'm not even kidding. One of the rare students where I'd say something like this: I'd like to vote for you for president. Are you running? Clara Patterson bared her soul. Clara Patterson, everybody. She bared her soul as Snowball. And as Kitty and Caroline and Google personified. Seriously, Clara's drive and passion, her responsibility are an example not just to the rest of the program, but to me personally. I love the way that Clara approaches life. Like, trying her best is just a bare minimum. Like, duh. Like, of course I'm going to give everything I've got at all time. It's pretty amazing what she has been able to do. Not only will you give yourself to your art all the time, but you'll expect everyone around you to do the same. And that brings everybody up. It doesn't matter how many times she gets injured. No, seriously, she gets injured, she gets, no, coming back, get back on. It's just a shiner, it's just a staple in my foot, just to fill in the blank. But seriously, she doesn't give up. Fleur, everybody, Fleur Buck. Fleur shined a light on the world as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. No kidding. If you missed last year's 1X, you missed that iconic moment. Go to the 1X, everyone. You get like Fleur as a Rudolph. That's the kind of thing you miss if you don't go. Fleur, you never fail to surprise me. When you told me what you were going to study at Theater Fest, I was like, wait, that's a thing, right? I was amazed at the hidden talents and interests that you have, and it reminded me that though people in this department think they know each other, and we are kind of like a family away from home, there's always more to discover. And one of the things I discovered about Fleur was that they were one of the most kind people I've ever met. Elena, Fleur. Elena. I only worked with Elena a little bit, but it was enough to know how fun she is and how easy it is to get along with her as well. Elena, I enjoyed getting to know you and your family. I loved watching you in improv. You know, I kind of miss out. Some year I'm just going to make myself just sit in on improv and just like see what happens. And I just think it's awesome what you guys do. And it's really great over the years. The times I saw it, I did see it on video, but I also saw you live as well. And I know from talking to Mr. Cotero that you have demonstrated amazing growth. That's what we do here at BHS, right? BS. This place is BS. Now that's what we do here at BHS. We improv moments like that. Now we work to see the best that can come from you. You know, you may not know it's there. Maybe even sometimes your classmates, even your directors don't know it's there. And all of us just sort of discover and just see people like Elena blossom. And you're the perfect example of that. It's getting to be your best and demonstrating your best to everybody. Ronnie Gustin. Ronnie has a little bit of feistiness, right? And that's not a bad thing. Ronnie's the person who will let me know to my face what she thinks. And I actually applaud you for that, because that kind of honesty takes courage. It does. But I've also seen you change a lot over the years. Actually, you're, I think, maybe the only one in here that I've known since you were a wee little tart. I've seen you around, and I've seen you become more responsible. I've seen you become a leader. You're one of the few people that it's like I know I didn't know you that well when you were a little kid coming to all those shows, but I got to talk to you a little bit. Actually, you seemed really shy back then. To me, at least, right? It was so fun working with you, especially last year on those two shows and getting to work with you as an actor and in theater arts. Thank you, Ronnie. Rachel Blind, everybody. Rachel's like the talent of the century, and we're only a couple years into that, right? Is there something that Rachel isn't good at? An accomplished composer, musician, singer, actor, designer, artist, dentist. Do you design rocket ships as well, Rachel? Because I think I wrote something like this on the back of your photo, but it needs to be said. Your positivity is contagious. It's like, we get another applause for you. It's like a positivity infection that you get. It's something you want to be sick with. It brings everybody up. It's just, we didn't work together directly as much, but it was great all the times that I did get to work with, and you designed the logo, controversial logo, and it's just that you make the place better whenever you arrive in a room. And I think that anybody who's met you can agree with that your creative talent is unmatched, so varied, Josue Rivera. And Miranda Bela. Give her a hand too. I had to put you together because I've seen you. That's it. I've seen you on stage. I didn't get a chance. I really missed out. I didn't get a chance to work with you. Both so talented singers, dancers. I wish I could have known you better. Because a lot of the students I did work with constantly spoke so highly of you, especially of your talent. But they didn't have to tell me that because I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it on this stage, and I heard your voice. I know that you were amazing additions to the musical, and I talked to Mr. Cotero about you, and he loved working with both of you. Thank you for what you brought to the program. TJ! Oh, TJ. TJ. Recently, I attended an extensive wilderness first aid training. Because look at me, I'm obviously a wilderness guy. A veritable mountain man, but I digress. In this training, we learned all about bones. And it actually got really gross for a while. But there are many important bones in your body, but none seem to be as vital as the spine. The thing that holds everything together. All the things are connected. TJ's like the spine of our program. And I don't know. It's like, what are we going to do without TJ? So talented at connecting with people. So talented. It didn't matter whether you were on an exec board or in a cast. I mean, you were like this constantly connecting. You were constantly building friendships and welcoming people. You're the one that reached, well, everybody did, but really noticed you reaching out to new people, to young people, to people who are unsure of themselves. And I'm so, so glad that you said yes when I pulled you aside and said, come here. I want you to be assistant director for Pride and Prejudice. What an experience we had together. I just knew I could just trust you and everything. So, thank you, TJ. Thank you. So now I'm gonna cry. Okay, I'll do the rest like this. Katie Preble. Thanks so much for joining us on the final show. You always seem to be smiling and you always seem to be happy to be there. I'm not sure who it was, but after I cast the show for Pride and Prejudice, your name came up, we were talking, I don't know, and I was like, I don't know much about this Katie person. And all these people were like, no, Casper, she's the best. So you're the best person ever, according to them. Not just one person either. So though you weren't as involved with the shows over the 4 years, I'm very thankful that you had this final experience and any connections that you made. I hope that you hold those strong with the kids here in the program as you move on to the rest of your life. Joey Monty. Joey might be the only student in memory. Maybe I'm forgetting someone. I don't really ever forget much, but it might be the only student in recent memory, in memory at all, that has had me 3 straight blocks. A teacher has like a planning period and 3, and it's like 3 90-minute times of Casper. All day Casper. I looked at him at the beginning of the semester, I'm like, I'm sorry. But it really was the other way around. I got to have Joey as a student for 3 straight blocks. It was a blessing for me. And then again, the next year, this semester, as a teacher's aide, where you impressed me so much with your patience and your kindness, your helpfulness, and your resourcefulness in sometimes difficult situations. Oh yeah, this year Joey came out of nowhere to be one of the core members of the theater. Talented Joey, earning Emmys, I guess, video awards, and totally getting robbed in the top category for music video. You were robbed! Everybody give him the applause. He should have gotten an MMA. The real best music video of the year, and I haven't even started talking about theater. Joey, I'm glad you took the plunge and joined drama. And for the record, on the back of your senior gift photo, Dominic took all the space, and I had one sentence I could write on the bottom of it, so at least I get to say this. Abe! Abe is so easy to get along with. I mean, unless he's bullying you, because you're different. No, just kidding. That never happened, that was in a play, I'm just kidding. Abe is so easy to get along with, and that's great. It's great to work with someone like that. But even though he always seemed laid back, and he's very kind, nothing gonna ruffle his feathers, I'm surprised when I started to see him do character work, and underneath he had all of his kind of stuff, you know? He had added such depth to his character. Basically exactly what you want an actor to do, which is play something real that's happening now, try new things, create an inner life for the character, explore your motivation, verbs, right? Objectives, knowing, never just be settling for one thing. Really, a young man with depth. And I'm just so proud of you, especially of your talent as an actor. And obviously you're nice, so there's that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm really proud of the work you've done here. Raven! Raven's story is well known, right? We all know Raven's story. She loves to remind Mr. Patero and me that we did not cast her freshman year. It's true. Of course, that means that even before senior year, Raven has become an example for any future student entering this program. If you know you have a talent and you just haven't shown it, don't stop. Don't give up. Come back. Respect the art. Respect that you can learn. Don't think you've either got it or you don't. Educate yourself. Try. Care. Make everyone love you like Raven did. That's a key element. Eventually, she became the most important position in the drama program board, Madam President. Turns out she has the talent, humor, creativity, wisdom to profoundly express herself in an artistic way. She makes great videos, films, and that's what she's going to study. She's studying filmmaking in college, and if she approaches that like she did this, she's going to be a great success. Thank you, Raven. Chloe Nelson. Thank you, Chloe, for being one of those people who could turn around the negative vibe in a room. It's like sunshine, just shooting out your eyes. That's weird. Maybe it's a superpower. Not just with your frequent smile or a friendly greeting to everybody in the program, not excluding anyone. Genuine interest in them as human beings, cast and crew. But also with your example. Hey, I'm Chloe. Is that a good Chloe? I lead by example. I know all my lines. For the most part. I never judge you, because she doesn't, actually. I'm like the embodiment, the life embodiment of yes and. Helping others, and then using my tremendous creative talent to add something to the table, to share something with other people. Chloe, wow. Always making bold and interesting choices. It was special to work with you in spring. You had to go to every rehearsal, and you were You always brought it. You always, well, actually, you didn't go to every rehearsal because you were in like a million things. But yes, then when you made it to rehearsal, because you're so talented at those things too. Gemma, Gemma is so smart. She just knows a lot. She knows a lot of stuff and she gets it. She just gets it. I think that's the thing that really impresses me about Gemma, that I kind of wish I had. You know, I have a quick mind, but I like to skip 5 or 6 steps to that other step. And Gemma, she sees the path and she gets it. She is her comprehension of the world around her while she's on stage, and her comprehension of what other actors are offering, and her ability to kind of utilize that and roll with it and try new things. In addition to being super intelligent, she's also got some fantastic talent as an actor too. When I give a direction to Gemma, it just clicks. That snap again. And she explores and discovers on her own. She never waits for a director to develop her character. She's always saying this. And then we get to kind of shape that, sculpt it together. Her approach to characters, her willingness to do, act a little crazy as a mom, or maybe dress and look like Hillary Clinton. I mean, whatever we asked her to do, like we did, that was an Animal Farm. I was like, well, you get 2 hair choice styles, Margaret Thatcher or Hillary Clinton, good luck. Whatever the task, she takes to it, and she takes to it quickly. I'm just loved every second of working with you, Gemma. Ashlyn Carey. The last one I wrote a speech for. Ashlyn has made such an impression on me. Isn't just getting mastering the difficult roles. It's her motor, which is always running. It's just going. I mean, so many things that she's doing. I mean, a lot of you are like that too. But Ashlyn perseveres. And I mean this going motor thing in the way that I admire most. Ashlyn lives a beautiful life because while she juggles a lot, she makes the most out of life. She's just like, look at this, and I want to experience this with everything I have, and I want to experience this too, I mean, it's chronic say yes and overcommit syndrome. I've been there, I am there now. But it's actually maybe what connects me so closely, where I feel like especially over the past 2 years, I've just been able to lean on you. You are the one that was the support for me sometimes as a director, as a person. It's just really, really special, the time that we spent, not just in rehearsal, but in school, and you're my TA. There was one time I just was like, okay, well, we don't have anybody to debate. She was a teacher's aide, and she's like, I'll just do the debate. I'm like, okay. I mean, she just did the assignments so that we could have, somebody would have a partner and wouldn't be alone. Because she's like, I'll just do it. I'll just take life and just grab it and just eat it. I mean, seriously. When she tries to learn something artistically, she nails it. And she is someone that I respect. Thank you, Ashley. And now the time has come. And the time begins. The longest distance between 2 places. I mean, why do we have this ceremony? Why do we even bother to honor the seniors, to look at the year, reflect on the program at all? It's because of time, isn't it? Because you were here, and August 16th, you won't be seniors. Because that time that we had with you, like the theater itself, it only lasts for a moment. And we should treasure it, reflect on it, appreciate the residue of what's left in our memories, in our minds, in our hearts. Turn the page. Seniors, your accomplishments are great. And though we are turning them into an hourglass, it's 4 years. I don't want to try to sum them up. Not only your accomplishment, but also your tears. That time you tripped. Your experiences, life itself, your breath was in this place. You were here. All of it with each other, it can't be summed up. It can be hinted at in tributes and laughed about in sketches written by juniors. But it happened, you were here. And there, and all around the campus. And there were so many sides to it. It was freshman year, right? So simple, yet so complicated. And moving on to this year, where you fought off senioritis, and then you started to think with excitement, with fear, especially in the last couple weeks, about what was going to happen next. The time we spent here opened our eyes. It was a hard time. Early, it was a hard time, wasn't it? It was a fun time. It was a special time. It was a happy time. It was your time. It was our time. That was bad. Thank you, seniors. Thank you very much.
Wow. That was beautiful.
You truly have a way with words, man.
God, Casper, you are the best in the world.
You are under arrest for the murder of Maddie Vaj. I mean, Jane something. Jane Ackerley. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you. These are, Balak, you know, these are Miranda rights. I'd take you to jail, but these days, jail comes to you. Bring it on, people.
What?
Get comfortable. You're gonna be in this incredibly secure prison for a long time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need your phone.
This totally blows. No.
Your phone.
This is what happens when you all let Matthew travel with us. Hey, he wasn't invited, and the fact that he's here is all his doing.
Yeah, that and the rest of the mess he got us in this trip.
It's strange how a person can carry such misfortune as if he was cursed.
Yeah, you know, I'd really like to apologize to you all for this.
Oh my God!
Okay. Is there any way we could just pay our way out of this?
And how you suppose we get money for bail?
Isn't there that scholarship that they give people? It's called Sage
Page McCloud.
Yes, the Page McCloud Scholarship. What if we just get that?
See, the funny thing is, we aren't seniors, and that's who gets it.
Okay, but what if we just ask whoever gets it to give us the money?
That's a great idea, because who's gonna want to give you any money?
We should at least hear him out.
Mrs. Streepy and Mr. Page, can you come up here and announce the Page McCloud Scholarship Award winner?
Good evening, everyone. What we'd first like to do is, on behalf of myself and the stage board, congratulate all the seniors And personally, it was a pleasure watching you all work for the last 3 or 4 years. So we do congratulate you. I'd like to explain to you a little bit about what Stage does if you are not familiar with that. We have this amazing facility here. We all know we have 2 of the most brilliant and amazing directors there are really in high school in the Midwest, maybe in the country. They are really, really good. They dream up all these ideas. They outdo themselves every single year, year after year, and we just try to keep up with them, don't we? So what Stage does is we are the booster arm or money-making arm for all the shows. So 6 months from now, when this stage is transformed into the magic that they turn it into, as we've seen in the last few years with SpongeBob and 42nd Street and all the other ones that we've done, that takes money to do, and that's what Stage does. We appreciate everyone that volunteers for Stage, whether it be selling cash books or working the concession stand here at BFAC. We really, really appreciate everyone's time and effort to do that, and it is really a collective effort to do this and to put on these shows. So along with that, we'd like to recognize a couple individuals that really stood out this year, not only with their time, but with their attitudes and everything else that they bring to the program. So the first person we want to recognize, first person is really somebody that we can always count on. If I need something in concessions or just this past weekend, we really had no one on Sunday at all. And with this person here, everything calms down when she's here. Sometimes we have a line at lunch. There's a lot of people. The people who work at BFAC know this and they've seen it before. But when Senathy's there, everything really seems to calm down. We want to recognize her for not only being Senathy, but being the person that she is, the smile that's always on her face, and really working so well with the customers and everyone. We really, really appreciate counting on her. I'd like to bring her up. Senathy. We have one more. This person, I like to call him the legend, the myth, the man. Everyone in the BFAC, especially during the dance competitions, knows this person. Peter is really the highlight of the concessions. Peter's always there every single weekend. He just works and works and barks us the orders and keeps the line moving and does everything that Peter does. He is really just kind of the right arm of the concession stand, and we definitely could not do it without him. So if we could, let's bring up Mr. Peter Litoff. Thank you, and congratulations to all the seniors again. We're going to bring Kristen up for the Page McCloud Award now.
Thank you. So it is my privilege to be able to present the Page McCloud Scholarship tonight. This scholarship was created in honor of Page McCloud, who served this district for 35 years. During his career, he spent countless hours with teaching and coaching students and presenting us with the most amazing drama and musical productions. and performances. His leadership and dedication set the standard and earned the respect of everyone around him. And it's in his honor and to honor his legacy that we award one student a $500 scholarship to be put towards their education in theater or a related field. And the person chosen this year has really shown exceptional dedication to the high school productions, to classwork, and also outside the classroom in the community at large, with the drama community and outside of that. This person connected with the drama program as a freshman. She said, "I started by going to the freshman welcome party. I had never felt so welcomed into a community before. I felt like I had a place, my own corner of the universe, where I could just play and learn about myself and others." And I think that really represents what a lot of you have felt through this drama community. And she really understands the deeper value of theater. She also said, theater to me is about connections. The community that is built around theater and acting is truly something you will never see anywhere else. And we agree. And without a doubt, any theater program or production will be lucky to have this person. And we know that she will accomplish great things. And I hope you guys will give a huge round of applause to this year's winner of the Page McCloud Scholarship, Ashlyn Garrett. Whoever's next, I'm not sure. Thank you all.
Hey, Ashlyn.
This is not gonna work.
Hey. Just wait. I can be incredibly convincing and charismatic. Hey, Ashlyn. Hey, you wanna come up here and give me some of that money?
Yeah.
I can't see if you said yes or no. It's so dark out there.
What?
Oh, I don't. Hey guys, I don't think my plan is gonna work.
Wait, okay, guys, don't fret, young and misguided ones. I happen to have a voodoo doll of Ashlyn Garrity, and I will force her to put the money in our hand and just...
No dark magic. It takes a lot of work getting my aura this pure. I will not have you changing it at this hour.
Okay.
Guys, I spent this entire trip taking pictures of the seniors in all of the places that they performed. And if we don't get out of jail, they won't get their gifts, and then this whole trip will have been a waste of time.
Don't say that. I may not have seen it at first, but traveling to all these places that the seniors performed, it really touched me.
Hey, Aaron. We're touching.
I'll stand over here. Anyways, the value of the seniors can't be quantified in a mere gift.
What if, can you hear me out, we send the seniors to jail too?
That's a great idea. I can cast a spell to make all the seniors in the red seats illegal.
Hello.
I
got a tip that we have some delinquent seniors sitting in prohibited chairs. It worked. If you are a senior sitting in a red chair, please join me on the stage only when you hear your name. If you are a senior and for some reason your chair is not red, or you are colorblind, or you didn't learn your colors in school, I'm still gonna need you to come up here. And when your name is called, and then stay on the stage so you can get your mug shot. So, actually first I need current president of the drama board, Julia Teets, to come up. gonna hand you your picture and shake your hand. Okay. Yeah, you gotta do two things at once. All right, let's start with Chloe Nelson. Just keep coming, I'm gonna keep calling. Maddie Vaja. Gemma Cohen. Ashlyn Garrity. Raven Littlewhite. Abram Alley. Clara Patterson. Don't leave. Jody Monty. Katie Preble. TJ Boris. Josue Rivera. Miranda Vela. Rachel Blonick. Ronnie Gustin. Elena Bouvet. Fleur Bucky. Moms, dads, get your photos. Put your photos at your sides. I guess I should use mine. Try one with your photos at your sides so we can get one without the reflection of the photos. Go ahead, moms and dads. All right, you got your pictures. Now everyone, please sit down. I don't want any of you trying to help them escape. Go back. Get out. Off my stage.
You're all illegal. I just want you guys to all remember that you're still illegal. So don't forget it. Okay?
It could be somebody.
We might be the ones behind bars, but you're the delinquents here. We all know that we did not kill that person. Anyways.
All right, Matthew, you know what? Mr. Casperin, if you're not going to let us out, can we at least have our one phone call?
Yeah, you owe us a phone call, please.
Please.
Okay.
Thank you. No.
You're gonna have to unlock a lot of doors to get back there to your cell, though.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh.
Gracias.
Okay. They aren't picking up. Come on. Mr. Katero, it's us.
They expect me to know who us is.
It's Ryan.
And Tati. And Lily.
And Aaron.
And Matthew, your favorite.
Oh.
Mr. Katero, Casperin's got us in jail.
Jail. That's terrible. You want me to come get you out?
No, honestly, we just want to know what the musical is next year.
Why is he laughing?
Really? Right now.
Mr. Katero? Mr. Katero?
What? Oh, but
He
isn't
just-
that the point of this?
He just left.
Where'd he go?
Oh my God, do we have service?
What?
What happened?
Mr. Katero.
Wait.
Hello, come back.
Get over it, he's gone. Like I said, I'm in charge now. Besides, we always start with the spring announcement first anyway, so. That's what we'll do. We'll go in reverse order. Papers here. Okay. Tapping into my roots. For the spring play. The creation of AI and its further development in recent years has been called progress. And all through our progress, and although our progress takes us one step forward in science, we as humans keep falling into the same traps. We seek for ourselves more than anyone else. We isolate the other, the one who's out there, who's not us, maybe a little different. And the more we try and connect using these new advancements, the more our lives are consumed by loneliness. We are isolated by the creation of this technological beast. We still hurt people, and in doing so end up hurting ourselves, thinking that our newest discovery and pressing forward is going to make us better. The birth of a broken generation might just need a cautionary tale. So how do we keep from feeling alone? How do we avoid letting our own creation disconnect us from everyone we thought we knew and loved? How do we avoid becoming monsters? A cautionary tale is needed. We need to look up and see that the monster isn't necessarily other people, but bursts forth from ourselves, especially when we rely on science to solve all of our problems. Thank goodness I got this phone. German Expressionism started in the early 1900s and depicted a reality that is widely distorted from our own. But it's not in Germany where our tale is set, despite the style and set of the costumes. It's almost 100 years earlier. In the city of one of our greatest rivals, Geneva, Switzerland. Picture this, smokefall, billowing everywhere, a woman's scream, warped reality. Large shadows across the back, blood spilled on the stage in a large pool. Now yelling and running, pandemonium, pitchforks. An enormous shadow flashes across the back, the body is found. And then someone interrupts the author and says, "What a great story you're currently telling." And they interrupt her famous Gothic tale and ask her to get some cheese. "Could you just please serve us?" So that she too feels like the other. And when the Americans arrive, she has to start from the beginning, and she begins a modern day tale of Prometheus, of pain and sorrow, a shadow of what has been and a nightmare of what will be. Every audience member will be surprised when they behold our monster. Our spring play on the main stage will be, go ahead and play the next slide, Frankenstein. Don't expect it to be like the Frankenstein you've heard of before. It's going to be different. There'll be a lot less grunting, for instance. Or like the book, where he's like writing poems. It won't be like that either. Like both author Mary Shelley and Victor Frankenstein himself, we are making something new. Now on to the winter play. So I'll be directing the spring play on the main stage. I'm also, it's my year to do too, so I'm also directing the winter play in the black box. So, I guess now it's time to sort of change topics here, decidedly. I have been in situations where I had to take care of a lot of people. First, I have 4 children, the oldest of which, Haley, is also graduating this year. Could you give her a hand, everybody? I'm very proud of her. Also, I've been a teacher and director for years. Next year is, I think, my 19th year. I was once a house parent at a school for underprivileged youths. They lived there, and I lived there, and I taught at the same time. So it's like kids in the day, and then kids when I come home. 12 fifth graders, who had turbulent lives, and so they lived in this facility because they couldn't be supported the way they needed to. And before that, before I was a teacher, I was a special education aide, working with, it was one of the most rewarding things I experienced. I remember running and chasing down this one guy who would get up and just kind of run, and we were like, you can't run out into traffic. I would grab him and keep him back. And I also I was just talking to Jason about this today, I went to work with a kid named Sean, who worked at a Burger King and for his internship. He was Down syndrome, and his victories and his joy of the victories were so incredibly special. But sometimes the work, it almost feels overwhelming. It seems like you're always going and you can't keep, the cliche phrase, herding cats. Could you please show the slide of Carson? This is Carson. Carson's now 19 with severe autism spectrum disorder. He's deaf and he can't speak, can't hear, but he's my nephew. There's nothing like when I go back into town and I see him and he comes and he gives me a big hug. And now the public school system is done with him. And he doesn't have anywhere to go. There's no home that can handle his needs. In fact, my sister, who is a single mother, she would love to tell you, I'd love to tell you, he loves hugs. He loves swimming. She even bandied about the other day, like, what if if we can't find what this person needs, what if I open something, a facility? She wants to spread awareness of the growing crisis in our nation. She even toyed with trying to find that funding. And I told her, it's such a big task. I mean, I worked at one, I lived at one. Who will tell my story? She says. Who will tell Carson's story? Let me describe the winter play now. It's not Carson's, but it could be. The place is a communal residence in New England City where 4 cognitively disabled men live under supervision of an earnest but increasingly burned out social worker named Jack. Norman, who works in the donut shop and is unable to resist the lure of the sweet pastries, takes great pride in his huge bundle of keys that dangles from his waist. Lucian P. Smith has a very simple but sweet mind, and he imagines that he's able to read. And he pretends. And comprehend the weighty books that he carries around. Arnold is the ringleader of the group. He's a hyperactive, compulsive chatterer who suffers from deep-seated insecurities and a persecution complex. While Barry, who really doesn't belong in that group, is a brilliant but schizophrenic young man who's devastated by the unfeeling rejection of his brutal father. He fantasizes that he's a golf pro. It sounds heavy, but it's probably one of the most funny and delightful plays. It's one of the sweetest, and at times, heartbreaking. It might just be my favorite play ever. It'll be my 4th time interacting with the show. I acted in it in high school. I played a different part in college. And it'll be the first ever show that I have directed before. I directed as my 2nd show at Batavia High School. Some things just deserve to be revisited. It is with immense pleasure that I announce the winter play, The Boys Next Door. Glad Mr. Catero's not here. But it's possible he'll pick back up. All right, there he is. Mr. Catero? Mr. Catero? Mr. Catero? Hey, can you hear me? Okay, I'll take off the hat. You recognize me? Hello? Okay, maybe he'll notice and say something.
Church on a breeze, to laugh like a brook when it drips and falls over stones, to sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more. Recording. Good evening. Sorry I couldn't be with you all today. I am very excited to announce our musical, though. Our musical is a retelling of the Golden Rule. We are here on Earth with each other and for each other. What should we do for each other? We should compliment each other and help each other be confident and comfortable in our skin. We should have difficult conversations with each other and not backstab. We should be genuine. Our musical will help us focus on 3 big B's. Be yourself, be honest with your friends, and be nice to people. Here are some facts about our musical. When writing, the author revisited their high school behaviors. Futile, poisonous, bitter behaviors that served no purpose. The lead character's name was once the author's roommate. It's based on a non-fiction book. The book was for parents to help their adolescents deal with issues of high school, such as social circles, insecurities, and gossip. October 3rd mean anything? Here are a couple quotes. One time, she punched me in the face. So you've actually never been to a real school before? Shut up, shut up. That was so fetch. A movement of social change. We can learn from the hideous behaviors of some characters in our music. We can learn that keeping a burned book says more about who we are as a person than those we take aim on. And maybe, just maybe, we can make our art help be the change, a change each community needs. As said at the end of the show, my first year of real high school was like treading water in a shark tank. But now, I just float. Let's help create a world where people can float when we produce Mean Girls.
That was a lot.
We are in jail, and in jail we shall remain.
It's a shame we won't get to perform Mean Girls because we're in jail. Just kidding. I'm so excited for the shows next year and to watch you from my cell. That being said, I'm also looking forward to my upcoming marriage with Miss Erin McLaughlin.
You know what? I gotta be honest. Spending so much time in this jail cell with you is kind of made me like, I don't know, a little bit attracted to you.
Oh, really?
No!
A trip for the ages. This adventure will go down in history.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight. Thank you for coming to the Batavia Fine Arts Center.
You all brought the arts to life.